The sun was just rising over the green shores of the sea when a massive triceratops slowly made its way toward the water. Its horn gleamed in the morning light, and behind it trailed a long tail that stirred the plants. At that moment, pterosaurs soared above the savanna-like landscape, hunting for fish. Life went on as usual. The dinosaurs, the very dragons of the earth, had ruled the planet for over 150 million years. But in the sky, a sign of the inevitable was already lurking. High above the atmosphere, an asteroid about 10 kilometers in diameter was hurtling through space. It raced at a speed of over 70,000 kilometers per hour. For the dinosaurs, pterosaurs, and marine reptiles, it was an invisible threat, but for the planet, it marked the beginning of the end of an era. None of the creatures grazing or flying that day could sense that their time was running out. The asteroid entered the atmosphere over what is now Mexico. The impact in the Yucatan Peninsula created a crater more than 180 kilometers wide. The energy released was billions of times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Everything around was instantly vaporized. Forests, rivers, lakes, even entire mountain ranges, were turned into fiery chaos. The impact hurled mountains of molten debris into the air. They rained down to Earth as a blazing storm. The continents were covered in wildfires. Flames consumed everything, from tropical forests to coastal swamps. Dinosaurs fled, but escape was nearly impossible. Smoke and soot turned day into night. In the oceans, the impact triggered tsunamis hundreds of meters high. Giant waves battered the coasts, sweeping away all life and depositing layers of sand and rock. Marine reptiles, mosasaurs and ichthyosaurs, fought for survival, but most could not withstand the chaos. The most terrifying part began after the impact. Billions of tons of dust and sulfur rose into the air. Sunlight could no longer reach the surface. The so-called nuclear winter effect set in. Temperatures plummeted. Plants died without sunlight. The chain of life collapsed. Herbivorous dinosaurs were left without food, and predators perished after them. Some groups of dinosaurs tried to survive. The Tyrannosaurus still went out to hunt, but its world was disappearing. Young ones starved, while the old could not withstand the cold. In the last warm valleys, herbivores lived for a time, ankylosaurs, ornithopods, even triceratops. But they too perished one after another. In the skies, pterosaurs vanished, in the seas, mosasaurs. This was the end of a world that had existed for 150 million years. But even in this darkness, life found a way. Small birds, which had already evolved from certain groups of dinosaurs, survived the catastrophe. So did small mammals, hiding in burrows and able to feed on seeds or insects. A few years after the impact, when the skies finally cleared, the world was entirely different. Dinosaurs, the dragons of the past, no longer roamed the earth. Their place had been taken by new creatures.